Ele. Ah, quanto ele tem? Agora sim, então. Uma! Não liguei aqui. Você deixou alguma coisa, tá? Certo? Tá bom? Ah, mas eu tô também certo. Mas o vídeo lá. Uma coisa lá, deu pra ver de novo. O Wake atacado por uma.
The
Estava.
bulldozer's engine roared to life. Mud and rocks flew as it fought for traction. It crashed through the concrete wall and landed heavily in the yard. If it were an animal, it would have shaken its head after the impact, fixed its eyes on me, and charged. Of course, it had no head, nor eyes. Shadows crawled on its form, twisting it into a monster. Then, it came for me.
Não, tudo que é isso, né? O caminho é pra cá. Aqui. Ah! Por que eu peguei? Eu nem vi. Alguma coisa, não. Não vi mais aquele símbolo. Tem mais algum. Tem algum papel pra cá, né? Não vi mais aqueles símbolos, né? Que estão dando setinha. Ali. O Sarah desconfia de Nightingale.
Sarah trusted her gut, and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole. He felt wrong, and it wasn't just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say.
Federal. Aí. Aqui pode abrir aqui, fechando. Que barulho.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan, I'm so afraid. He keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
O que será?
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
Uma página. Foi que atacado por objeto possuído.
The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again.
Olha aí. Sem querer. Eu não vi nenhum símbolo. Oh, tem um monte. Ah não, não faz isso comigo. Vê que o máximo é. Pô, sacanagem, né? Não tem mais nada aqui. Bom. Caramba. Minha arma tem 40. Nossa, 22. É o máximo.
I could see a railway bridge up ahead, and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
Eita. Ok. O trem. Um trem? Oh.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Isso, manação. Ah! Que isso? Ah! Não acredito que eu... Ali. Mais. Oh! Oh! Eles estavam aqui. Eita! Putz, eu vou esperar minha energia. Caramba! Isso eu não tô cansando, mano. Uma coisa pra cá. Ô, jogo, mais do que tá mais do que uma coisa. Faz, faz. Oi que a presença obscura na pousada.
I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me. As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Verdade. Tô contigo, hein? Eu e o Estevão. Já que bosta aqui, né? É muita coisa. Muita coisa. Eu ouvi. Eu ouvi. Eu ouvi. Ah, se não me engano, eu ouvi, hein? Eu ouvi, hein? Não ouvi nada. Ouvi sim. Louco? Ah, não. Ah, não. Meu, eu tô. Ah! Deu. Tá na cabeça. Toma. Cara, quando eu me concentro. Tá louco, né? Ô, para de bugar. Ô, tem que achar porque tá. Tem alguma pista aqui? Nossa, eu tô meio. Ok. Você tá pensando. Eu tô entendendo o que tá escrito? Não, tô entendendo. Desculpa, pessoal. Eu só tô vendo letras. Opa, aqui, ó. Historinha.
We take the facts of our existence for granted, unaware that they are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering a vast cosmos of madness and horror. All too often, the stars are right, in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a family occasion. Journalist Alvin Derlett's trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less than successful. Until tonight.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves this kind of stuff.
Well, Mr. Derleth, we don't want to feel like we're on exhibition, but you have demonstrated the seriousness of your intent.
Oh, I am serious. Really, just do your thing. I'll stay out of your way and observe.
Actually, I thought you could assist us. I'm afraid we are a man short. It would provide you with an intimate perspective.
Could I really?
Of course, Mr. Derleth.
Well, I guess that's the least What would I have to do?
Oh, here. Let me show you with a kiss.
What did you...
Oh, Mr. Derleth, you have well pleased Nixie Perka, the dweller in flesh. Your body shall host his 1,000 young, and all shall be glory. Shh, darling, be calm. Shh.
Alvin Derleth learned a harsh lesson. If you go looking for mythology, it may come looking for you. And such quests always bear fruit. In Night Springs.
Uma página. Wake atacado pela presença do...
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
Eu li. Eu li. Eu não vi, né? Sei lá. Ah, sim. Fala sério. Fica treinando. Meu Deus. Oh my God! Pô, tem alguém aqui. Onde é que eu tenho que ir? Tô subo ali. Ah! Gente, eu não sei o que tem que fazer. Vai! Nossa, era algo tão idiota! Nossa, pô. Era algo muito idiota, né?
The coal mine wasn't far now.
Então, gente,
Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
deu um bug na gravação aí. Eu só derrotei a máquina, passei pelo portão e peguei essa caminhoneta aqui. Vamos dirigir, vamos até o destino. Destino!
Little by little, without realizing it, I'd come to believe that the story in the manuscript was coming true. The current of its narrative had taken me deeper and deeper into dark waters. Alice had been taken from me. Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the dark presence was trying to destroy me. It all felt real, but it matched a textbook case of insanity.
Eita, pô. Cara, por que tá dando esses bugs, cara? Não entendo, louco. Tá, estamos acabando aqui. Vamos ver o que tem aqui. O que temos aqui? Vamos lá.
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big-shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass, not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now, because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed, son. I hope you know what you're doing. Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson in the morning. But first, a little music.
E vamos seguir o caminho. Oh! Hey! Oh, boss. Olha, tem mais uma cabaninha. Oh, para de divulgar. Ele tem essa cabaninha. Uau, cabaninha. Olha isso aqui. Pô, já estive aqui, né?
Welcome back to KBF FM. Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Well, see, to me, that's strange, because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it. And you need to do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's that one special person out there for you, and if you miss that chance, it's gone forever, and you're forever incomplete. I mean, isn't that depressing? Or, heck, childish even? Hey, there's plenty of fish in the sea.
And apparently a fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything, but what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh?
Well, no. What I am saying is that your potential for finding that connection isn't limited to what's essentially a chance encounter. How is that harsh?
Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here.
Okay.
Now, well, I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because she was the one. She was. And I let her drift away from me. Maybe I didn't put in the work, I don't know, but, well, since then, and it was a long time ago, but since then, there hasn't been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell on her or haven't moved on. I like my life. I'm not living in the past, but I do miss the way she completed me.
You can't argue with the
Ninguém é igual a ninguém, né?
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say it's shaken a few things loose.
Sou única. Eu sou única. Bom, só... Eu já vi, né? Vamos ver aqui. Pô, o jogo parece que tá bonito mais, né? Vamos embora. Pra lá que a gente vai, ir pra baixo. Ô jogo! Ô jogo! Meu Deus, tá saindo fumaça do carro. Temos aqui. Me tranquei. Ué? Hein? Ó. Outra vez, né?
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the dark presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
Vamos descer, né? Tá pressa. Ih, tá saindo fumaça do meu carro. Meu pau! Caramba, hein? Devagar que o carro já tá pegando fumaça. Tá bom.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
Ainda que existissem habitantes na área antes do surgimento dos solos, a fundação da cidade prosseguiu de fato após a abertura da Companhia de Mineração de Desgovernado e da Mineração de Desgovernado em 1838. Embora o trabalho associado e perigoso, muitos imigrantes alemães, poloneses, italianos, irlandeses, suecos, entre outros, trabalhavam nas minas. Apesar de ter sido um negócio lucrativo no início da mineradora, entrou em decadência constante ao longo do século XX. Os veios eram abundantes, mas de difícil acesso, e a atividade vulcânica na área tornava os focos das minas especialmente perigosos. Tá vendo? O papel higiênico. Ele que é tratado por Tava
The
doida.
bulldozer's engine roared to life. Mud and rocks flew as it fought for traction. It crashed through the concrete wall and landed heavily in the yard. If it were an animal, it would have shaken its head after the impact, fixed its eyes on me, and charged. Of course, it had no head, nor eyes. Shadows crawled on its form, twisting it into a monster. Then, it came for me.
Ó, em 1970, uma erupção vulcânica de magnitude relativamente baixa sobre o leito provocou o colapso ou alagamento da maioria dos fundos da região. 32 mineradores perderam a vida no desastre. Toda a mineração na área de Big Falls foi encerrada. Agora, muitas das construções que restaram foram tombadas com patrimônio histórico. Ó, cadê essa historinha?
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Ó,
Wait, where the hell are you?
Change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked
You
around by
want
you.
to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
cara idiota.
Hello?
Nunca
Hello?
com ela, mano. Completamente
I'm
louco.
gonna kill him.
Meu Deus.
I had to get to Mirror Peak. It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
Ai, meu. Ouvi. Ouvi. Aqui não é nada. Opa. Aqui não é nada mesmo. Uma folhinha. O que foi aquele estouro, cara? Sim. Aqui tem uma... É isso aí. Isso aí, isso aí. E lá vem. E Uma. Aí. Vou pegar mais balas. Pô, só 32, só 42 balas. Olha aí. Eu ouvi. Olha aí. Ah, não dá pra sair. Vai pegar mais balas. Eu gastei só 4 balas, né? Então, a gente vai. Uma! Aí, nossa, só no stealth. Só no stealth. Tem outra forma. Ai meu Deus!
What the hell?
Isso! Aqui não tem nada. Não tem nada. Deixa eu ver pra lá, mano.
The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
A ver. Ali. Ir lá, fazer alguma coisa, né? Uma energia. De volta. Quebrou a lampadinha. Tô cansado. Tô cansado. Aberto. Aberto. Tchim. Tchim. Ai, senhor. Meu pai. Tem que usar. Tem que usar. Aí vem mais um. Ó, eu ouvi os passos, hein? Eu ouvi os passos, hein? Eu tô vendo mais fácil. No one in the dark. Ele tá batendo. Ele tá batendo. Eu ouvi, hein? Acho que tem alguma coisa aqui. Falou. Livro. Tem que entrar ali, né? Ai, ai, ai. Ai, ai. Ah! Que foi isso? Mas... Pai... Tem que fazer aqui. Pai... Olha, tem um monte de...
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.